Hi, my name is Officer Sanchez, and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Tell me about how you got here today. Okay. And do you understand why you're here today? Okay, so let's do that. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can put your hand down. Can I see your appointment letter? Thank you. And can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and any form of ID? Thank you. Now we're going to do the civic test. Please answer the following questions. What does the Constitution do? What is the economic system in the United States? Who does a U.S. Senator represent? If both the president and vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? When was the Constitution written? Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? Okay, you approved the civic test. Now let's do the writing and reading test. Please read the following sentence. Now please write the following sentence. President's Day is in February. President's Day is in February. Okay, President's Day is in February. Great. Okay, let's confirm some information. What is your name? Have you used other names in the past? Will you be changing your name today? Okay. Tell me your name as you would like it to be. Okay. Thank you. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you now have, or do you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? Are you married, single, or divorced? When did you get married? What is your spouse's full legal name? Okay. Can you spell their last name? Thank you. Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Okay. Can I see your marriage certificate? Thank you. How many times have you been married? Okay. Can I see the divorce documents? Thank you. Please allow me a moment while I review this information. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta. Ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte. Okay, everything seems to be in order. We can proceed with the interview. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Okay. When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Do you currently have a payment arrangement with the IRS? Can I see the payment arrangement letter and also a bank statement which reflects the last payment of the payment arrangement? Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of, or in any way associated with the Communist Party, any other totalitarian party, a terrorist organization? Okay. Do you have any children? How many children do you have? Are they your biological children? Were your children born in the United States? Okay, what are your children's names and ages? Thank you. Have you ever advocated, either directly or indirectly, the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted, either directly or indirectly, any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way with the Nazi government of Germany? Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following: genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion? Were you ever a member, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups: military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization? Are you understanding the questions that I'm asking? Okay. Where do you currently live? How long have you lived at this address? What is your previous address? Why did you move? Okay. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following: prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? Did you ever self-give or provide weapons to any person, or help another person self-give or provide weapons to any person? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? What is your full Social Security number? Thank you. What is your best contact number? Okay. And what is your email? Thank you. How tall are you and how much do you weigh? Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that help or support people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any immigration officer or any official of the U.S. Armed Forces for any reason? What would you cite it for? Okay. Can I see the traffic ticket and prove that you paid them? Thank you. Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Where do you work? How long have you worked there? What are some of your job duties? Okay. Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or rehabilitative program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, being placed in probation, or being paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard, prostitute, procure anyone for prostitution, sold, smuggled, controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics, been married to more than one person at the same time, married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit, help anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally, gamble illegally or receive income from illegal gambling, fail to support your dependents or to pay alimony, made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Known to all of those? Okay. How did you become a permanent resident? When did you become a permanent resident? Okay. Are either your parents U.S. citizens? Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefit while in the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? When was the last time you traveled out of the United States? Where did you travel to? How long was this trip for? And why did you take this trip? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? In the last 5 years, how many trips have you taken out of the United States? In the last 5 years, how many total days have you spent out of the United States? Okay. Do you know the requirements to be a U.S. citizen? What are they? Great. And do you meet these requirements? Great. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Congratulations, you have approved your citizenship interview. Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.